everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite Dolphin Danny. And yeah, I'm just hanging out. Not a lot of podcast stuff this week. I've been working a ton, to the max, so stuff's a little slow on that note, so sorry about that. But yeah, I'm just here. I just wanted to go over a few things just because, like I said, I haven't done a podcast and all that. And yeah, I'm still following the Transformers news and all that stuff, but yeah, I just thought I'd ramble on about a few things that are on my mind, and then yeah, to talk about a couple things just to get something out. And yeah, look, hopefully work will die down. I know for retail it's busiest time of the year, so it's a little insane for me, but we will see. We'll get there. Yeah, hope everyone's doing good though. Hope everyone's, doing pretty well, and yeah, kicking off the crazy season, being safe and sound. But yeah, Transformers Studio 86 liter class Grimlock in-hand images. Wanted to check that out. Yeah, no, this Grimlock looks great. There's just something about him. Like, I love the chest plate. Yeah, the yellow actually looks better than I thought. And yes, the legs, it looks so like cartoon season 3 style, I guess, accurate and movie accurate that I'm just like, wow, dumbfounded at how cool it looks. The dinosaur mode looks great. Yeah, love the eye, the blue eye, just like the show. And yeah, the dinosaur mode looks awesome. It looks so much better than that Powers of the Prime one. I know people like that Powers of the Prime one, and that's all good. It's, like what you like, but I really prefer this one over the Powers of the Prime one. And yeah, I'm so looking forward to this 86 line. The wheelie that it comes with, I mean, it does its thing. At least it comes with the slingshot. You don't have to make your own or, find your own 3D printer and make a slingshot. He comes with a slingshot. He doesn't transform, which to me, I know some people didn't care, but I wish he did transform. But hey, whatever. It's just how it is. But yes, and now I see him next to the Powers of the Prime one, and yes, this one just does it for me. The head shape, the blue visor, just everything about it just pops. Or the size, I like. I don't really like how the Powers of the Prime one had those bulkier shoulders. Like, this ones are still big on the new 86 version, but it's more accurate, and yeah, it just looks so good, and like, I love the size difference. I didn't hate the Powers of the Prime figures by any means, but I just thought for Dinobots, they seemed a little small. And we need our Dinobots big and chunky, don't we? I think we do. And yeah, I mean, getting all the Dinobots like this in this mode is gonna look fantastic. Like, I'm just like gonna be shocked if they do more of these guys. I know they are. They're planning to do more of the Dinobots. That's so awesome, and yes, they should. But yeah, I just want to quickly go over that because we've seen some other images of it, but it just looks so nice in like this in-hand images. And yes, when it's got all the characters all together from the 1986 movie, I mean, you can really see this line coming together. We got the Siege Springer, Blurr, Hot Rod, Wheelie, Cup, RC, Ultra Magnus. So yes, they all stand out pretty well, and that's a nice rendition of them all together. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to this Dinobot. Are you guys looking forward to this Dinobot? Do you like the Powers of the Prime Dinobot more? Let me know. But yeah, I just thought it was a cool thing to touch on and talk about. So yeah, a few more images of Runabout and Thrust, the Target exclusives. It's like we've talked about this so much lately on all the podcasts I've been on, and my own podcast. We talked about so much about Thrust, just how much it hurts the fandom that a Thrust, pretty mainline character is Target exclusive, and how, this exclusive stuff is ruining it. And I'm not a cheap person, and like, I'll spend the dough, I'll fork out the money, but if I can't even get the figure, if it just becomes so much of a hassle like this is, and yeah, I was so looking forward to these Coneheads, and I don't know if I'm getting any of them at this point, so I'll just have to wait and see. Maybe get some of them off somewhere else, but this Thrust in the third of, like scalper price or something, this will be really expensive. But I don't know, these new pictures of even the Runabout looks really good as well. I'm just like, I really want these guys. I was not able to get a pre-order for them though, sadly. The Thrust looks so good, and I love my Coneheads. The Seekers are some of the first Transformers I bought back in original G1 Seekers are the first Transformers I bought in like 2008 or 9, 10, around there. And when I started, no, probably like 2008 or so when I started collecting, 2009 when I started collecting Transformers like G1 stuff again. And yes, that Coneheads are some of my favorite, and now I don't even know if I'll get these Earthrise Coneheads. And they canceled my order from Amazon, so for Dirge and Ramjet. So I'm just like, I'm so sad. But yeah, yeah, like, it just sucks. I understand, you know, there's no cons of this and that. This exclusive stuff's gonna happen, but I just wish it was more available, because yeah, this thrust looks amazing. I love the red. I just love everything about him. I think he looks pretty darn good, and I would have loved to have these in the collection. I had almost every Siege figure. Every Siege figure that was out at one point, I had that. I mean, there's a few I'm missing now, but I mean, you know, I was able to get so many of the Siege figures. I know, like, you know, during what's happened with the world, it's a little harder, so I understand, but, you know, I didn't even see Thundercracker, Skywarp, double pack at Toys R Us here, and it was a Target exclusive, so I don't know if we'll see these guys here. It's just so up in the air what's happening, especially being in Canada and blah blah blah. It's just but yeah, I just wanted to touch on again because these guys look so good, and if you're able to get this guy, yes, like, because like the aftermarket for Thrust is going to be incredible. He could be like just blown out of proportion for price, so I mean, going for triple, quadruple, who knows, right? But if you're able to get these guys, let me know, because that's awesome. I'm happy for you, you know? Yeah, I'm happy for you. You look so good in plane mode, every mode. Ugh. The runabout and run amok, I could live without them. I know run amok's supposed to be in the main line if we ever see them. I've only seen Smokescreen. Yeah. I think I've only seen Smokescreen and, yeah, Quintesson and whoever else, Blue Streak. You know, out in the wild in Canada. So I've never seen an RC. I've never seen other people from that wave, and now they're already shipping out the Beast Wars guys. You can already get Black Arnia and stuff sent out from certain stores already. So it's like, I don't know which waves they're hitting here. I'm just so confused. But yeah, all in all, yeah, if you can get this guy, awesome for you. I love Conehead, some of my favorite Transformers. So yes, I'm a little hurt about that. And yeah, I also wanted to just talk about Blurr for a minute, because yeah, it seems like now Blurr, like, they haven't transformed a little differently. I mean, he still has the pieces that hang off, but they seem like in some of the pictures that they fold back a little more, like they clip into place maybe. I don't know. It's still bulky and chunky, but in maybe this is more of a proper transformation. Maybe you have to have his arms more straight, which kind of lacks for the articulation and stuff, but maybe, yeah, but it looks a little cleaner with it folded up and tucked right against the arm, which I like. And yeah, this Blurr, like I said, I love the head sculpt of this Blurr. When I compare it to the Titans Return Blurr or whatever, I'm just like, this Blurr looks awesome. I've never been a huge Blurr fan, but I mean, this Blurr head sculpt just looks dope. I really like him. I like the blue. They got that right, you know, all the white pops. Silver face, blue eyes. I like this Blurr. It's a really, really good Blurr, besides having the transformation hang off the front instead of making it a shield, so compromisation there. But other than that, I like it way more than the Cup. Of course, I like the Hot Rod the most, but yeah, no, and the Cup's not bad. It's just the head's a little off for me, something about it, but it does look like the Cup head, so it's just like, it's a toss-up. But just something about this Blurr, like, yeah, they have him here, you know, by the character model, and pretty spot on, to tell you the truth. And like, the chest folds nice, the blues are pretty accurate, and yeah, no, I'm looking highly forward to this figure. I just wanted to touch on it, you know. Vehicle mode looks okay. I don't mind it. Like I said, never been a huge Blurr fan, but just to see this Blurr done with this is pretty cool. And yes, the worst part just is the stuff hanging off the arms, all the cobble. But you know, what can you do? It looks like you can fold them pretty far back and just have them like that. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to this Blurr. I'm really looking forward to a lot of these figures. I don't have an RC. I don't have a Thundercracker and Skywarp. I don't have Scorponok. I wasn't able to get any of them, so yeah, it really sucks. So it's really dampened my thing, and it's really just dampened my mood on the whole thing. And I'd like to have them, but you know, it's just like, it's hard to get them. I go out of my way to pay extra, you know. So it would have been nice to pay retail or find them in the store, because it's kind of half the fun finding them at the Toys R Us, finding them at the Walmart. But hey, what can you do? It's just how the world is right now. So, like I said, I'll maybe collect them down the road. Maybe, if I wait a few more months and see if we don't get any of them. Maybe if the Beast Wars show up, this and that, then I can just maybe go to Big Bad Toy Store. I know the import charges for Canadians like $40 flat rate basically, so around there. So maybe I can just get a whole bunch of guys at one time and get them shipped up if I have to go that route. But yeah, we'll see. Everyone was talking about that Starscream. I think we mentioned it on the Tales from Teletran podcast. So check out our podcast. Yeah, it's usually usually we change the time till 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on Input's channel. So yeah, I'll probably link everything down below, but yeah, definitely give it a go. Come check us out on the podcast. A whole bunch of cool people talking about Transformers and nerdy stuff and fun stuff. So that'd be really cool. But yeah, we did mention this. I think I didn't say anything while we were on the podcast for some reason. I just let everyone else talk about it. Kind of held silent, but I do that sometimes. But I want other people to express themselves. But yeah, I have my outlet too. But yeah, no, just like to firstly say that yeah, the alt mode, this spaceship mode, I mean, it looks strange with all this stuff hanging out in the front. It's not exactly like a Tetrajet at all, but I mean, it's somewhere in the middle of being a plane and some sort of like space jet. So yeah, I don't know a lot about planes. I know people are comparing it to this or comparing it to some spaceship in Star Wars. I think Optimus Wilbur even mentioned that on the podcast, and yeah, I kind of see that resemblance of that one spaceship. I don't know its name, but the robot mode shines a bit more for me. I did pick up that Studio Series Blitzwing when I said I wasn't gonna pick up any more Studio figures, but I did pick up that Studio Series Blitzwing. And yeah, this one, I think Raptor even mentioned that he didn't like the head sculpt maybe or someone. But yeah, I would agree. I like the body, I like the legs, I like the colors. It's just the head sculpt still is a little too Michael Bay-ish for me. I know these are like based on that, this Bumblebee movie, Starscream. But yeah, who knows who they'll do next out of this line. That'd be really interesting. Everyone's saying they're going to color these guys to death. So, we might get that. We might get a Conehead version, which would be really cool as we see that green Conehead Seeker in the Bumblebee opening. But yes, this guy's head, yeah, if they just maybe like did less detailing on it, made it a bit more G1, I'd be all over it. Yeah. And I've tried so hard not to buy any Studio Series figures, but I did pick up that Blitzwing. I don't know if I open it because I don't open all my Studio Series figures. I haven't opened any Studio Series figures in a long time, but we'll see. It's strange. His arm is a gun? Is it? Yeah. So his whole arm turns into a cannon or a blaster, it looks like. Or unless he's just holding it. I can't really tell. But yeah, all in all, not too shabby-dabby. He's interesting. Like I said, I like the yellow. I like the red. I like the body. I like the shape. I like the wings, It looks like he does have his blasters on his arms, which is cool. I mean, they look a little smaller. The null rays look a little smaller, but we'll see. I just think it would have been a smash out of the park if they just had a little slightly better head sculpt on this guy. But all in all, he looks pretty cool. But yeah, no, I never got my pre-order in for him. Like, it's an easier pass because, like I said, if I see this, if I saw it in a wild or something, I'd want to get it. But online, I'm not going to go out of my way to pre-order this guy. So there is that. But yeah, pretty much wraps it up for this video. I just wanted to touch on a few things, get some sort of discussion video out, and like this, and yeah, discuss this stuff with you, because yeah, I am looking forward to it. I'm just like a little bummed out lately and sad about the Transformers stuff, but it is what it is. It's toys at the end of the day. It just sucks because I got so lucky with the Siege line. Everything was coming in to my area, and I was able to get it all. But yeah, it already looks like the Scorponok's been discontinued from the Toys R Us system where I am, and all that type of stuff. So it's like, oh no, probably hard to get, but we will see. Like I said, I'm not sweating it. Get some of this stuff down the road. I just want kind of the mainline figures anyway. It wasn't looking so forward to Scorponok or anything, but it just sucks that I wasn't able to get it, or didn't get anyone to help me get it or anything. So it was just kind of all on me. That at that point sucked, but what can you do? If it doesn't come to town, how am I gonna get it? But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, no, tons of stuff in the works. I know, like I said, I've been working a lot lately, like way more than I'm usually working. And it's like we haven't hired people for the Christmas season, and they're working everyone to death. And it sucks because, I'd rather just, roll around in my underwear on OnlyFans and make the Passion Project YouTube stuff, right? So, and podcasts and blah, blah, blah. But this is where we stand for now. Thank you for sticking with me, though. All the new people, the old subscribers, I really appreciate it. I'm really close to hitting that 2K subscriber mark. That's a huge landmark for me, and just continue this, This might not be as big as my Instagram or big as my other stuff, but this is the Passion Project. I love opening toys. I love having discussions with you. I love talking to you about this stuff. I mean, that's where it's at for me. So I'd love to continue this and just have a blast and have you guys in there chatting away and see where things go in the new year. I've got big plans for next year just to keep grinding away and having a blast. So, yeah. With all the craziness on the world, make sure to stay safe, stay strong, stay positive, and this dolphin might even catch you up on that flip side, y'all. Goodbye.